Good morning, everyone. Good morning from Los Angeles. A rainy, cold, breezy Granada Hills. Doesn't look like what's behind me. I took that picture on my cell phone. What an amazing picture. Anyhow, good morning. Welcome to Trading with Sergio. Wednesday, last day of the year. Happy New Year, everyone. A happy, healthy, prosperous 2026. Today, I will give my, I don't know, best guess for the indexes and talk a little bit about uh, how the year was and open mic, as I said. So here's the link if anybody wants to join. More than welcome to do so. Did I freeze? Maybe in 2026 we're gonna not freeze as much. Here's the link for StreamYard. Here it is. If you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to grab it. And all I'm asking is you're at a quiet place with a good internet reception, unlike me. So welcome to Trading with Sergio every Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll also go through the New Year schedule for at least the first quarter of the live streams. What else? Go through the positions. Obviously, I added a couple of positions. I rolled a couple of positions. So, we'll go through those. But I'll post those every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the community page of the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, please put a thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you can get the notifications. Monday I couldn't do it. My son's high school team played in a tournament. I am his Uber driver. Since he was 5 years old. He's 16 now, or going to be 16 in a couple of months. What a great tournament. They absolutely played their hearts out, and drum roll, yesterday finished the tournament in the finals, beating Verdugo Hills High School 11-0. I mean, this is varsity. They're supposed to be good. The other team was trash. I don't know how they made it to the final. So we won. We won the hardware. Brought the first hardware of the season home. And I am thrilled the way they're playing. They're coming together as a team. And my son is like the computer of the team. He plays the 6, if anybody knows the soccer. He plays the 6 and the 8 down the middle. And he controls the speed of the game. He played beautifully, although they played 4 games. In one day, they played 2 games. Second game, second half, he cramped. He got some shit from me because he's an athlete. He's not taking care of his body as well as he should, but then he has to learn. So long story short, we brought the hardware. League starts on the 7th. And then once that's over, go back to club. So it's our passion, as my hat indicates. We like the round ball, not the egg-shaped football. So with that said, good morning, everyone. Let's go through the schedule. I'll be back on Friday for Power Hour, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. For the first quarter, every Monday, Trading with Sergio. And every Wednesday, Trading with Sergio, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, as long as my schedule allows. Monday, I couldn't do it because I had to drive him to his tournament. But long story short, it's been an interesting year. I have a trading account and a investment account. And also been buying dollar cost averaging Bitcoin all year, every Monday. That's going to continue. That's not going to change. It's not something that I'm ever going to sell. I don't trade Bitcoin. I'm only hodling Bitcoin at the moment, but I think it's going to stay that way. Crypto is kind of losing its volatility, actually. And then I'm in a BMNU, as some of you are as well, which is the 2x ETF of BMNR. You know, Tom Lee, I think, is walking around with a bodyguard now. A lot of people are stuck in that one. Look, I'm bullish long term. That's why I'm hodling Bitcoin every Monday. Certain exact same dollar amount goes whatever the prices of Bitcoin is. Other than that, I will trade the proxies anyway. We'll see where it goes. Again, trade. So on the trading account, had a decent year. Was up 84% about 2 months ago. Going to finish the year at 41%. If nothing changes. Not good. I'll give myself probably a C minus. Yeah, investment account actually did better than the trading account. Have 4 stocks in the. I'm looking to add one more, but I have 4 stocks in the long-term investment account. That's for 1 year, 1 day. Keep the tax ramifications of that to long-term capital gains. I got lucky in April, bought Google at 152, still holding. In fact, sold cover calls a couple of weeks ago. Going out to May because I bought it April 20th. Stock has done extremely well. I had Unity software at 21.5, flipped that with 100%. I usually don't like selling short-term stuff, but I got to take 100% in 3 months. And then I got into Nike, made a little bit of money, then switched it to Lululemon. I'm up about 7% on Lulu. I bought UPS about a month ago, about 96 range. I'm up, I don't know, 4 or 5% there. And I have a full position in Kava, right about break even or maybe up a couple of percentage points. But one stock did it all, which was Google. I sold the May 350s for $26 and we're just going to hold. If it get called away, we'll get called away. If we don't, we don't. So yeah, that's where the year ended for me. Disappointing actually. But then things are going to change in 2026, going back to the old style of trading, as opposed to dealing with what the internet likes, which is the usual suspects, going from HIMS to Oklo to Open to IREN to, you know, all these Rigetti compute, you know, quantum compute. Look, I have 10 other things that I do. I can't be glued to the screen, and these things are so volatile that most of the time it feels like catching a falling knife, and I'm not going to deal with that going to 2026. Last 2-3 weeks of the year, this year, I created, going back to the old ways of doing things, created a 52-week high list up to 79 stocks. There is 10,000 stocks, folks. We don't have to trade the same stocks because some influencer is saying so. So I'm going to stick with the rules, laser focus money management rules. In fact, I'm going to add one more. Oh no, I have to already there. Anyway, so yeah, laser focus money management. My members know what it is. If you would like to become a member, please click join. Send me an email, sergio@sergioavedian.com. I'll send you the Telegram chat group link. The members get a bunch of perks, obviously. They get my trades live. Again, none of this is trading, financial, or investment advice. I do things that are risky. Do your own due diligence. You know, and if you do become a member, not only you get that, you get the positions live at the end of the day, and you get a live stream every Wednesday, which is more like one-on-one kind of a tutoring sessions or Q&A sessions and things like that. So if you're interested, click join, become a member, send me an email, sergio@sergioavedian.com. I'll send you the Telegram chat group link. You'll join our wonderful little group. So what else is going on? Yeah, so as far as my guess, which is as good as anybody else's, okay, so I'm thinking the first couple of months of the year is going to be pretty tough, and until the Fed and the White House becomes one, and the printers are turned on double time, and for the Trump administration to do well in the midterms in November. So I think after the first couple, after March, I think we'll have an okay market. Again, you know, it's not a stock market, it's a market of stocks. Not everybody owns indexes. And if you're dealing with high beta stocks, most traders have experienced a pretty decent drawdown the last month and a half of the year because these things just fell out of bed. Although I was short, bunch of names, covered way too soon. Way too soon. But okay, it's trading. It is what it is. And what else? Let's see. Oh, my prognostication for the S&P 500 going to 2026. I'm gonna just give a range. Close, I don't know. Actually, I do have a video last year that I put out at the end of the year. I have to go watch that video. What my guess was for 2025. Actually, I should have done that before. Whatever. So here's my high low for SPX in 2026. We're about 60, I don't know, 6,900 range. 7,400 high, 5,800 low. I said it. Here we go. I'll stick to it. On its own record. 7,400 high on SPX, 5,800 low. When it will happen, I think we'll get to the sell-off out of the way first couple, 3 months of the year, and then we'll have a rally. And bottom line, at the end, let's say, we will be up single digits this year. Indexes will be up, but it won't be up that 11%, 11.5% that everybody's so used to. I think we're single digits, maybe 6%, 7% up for the year. And that'll put us to 7,400, 7,500 range, and 5,800 low. That's my guess. My guess is as good as anyone else's. So, yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hey, Mike D68 Peach. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to inform, educate, do the best we can. Hopefully you had a good year. I appreciate it. Aperjan, are you Armenian? I mean, you gotta be Armenian, otherwise, or you learn a couple of words and then just buttering me up. I don't know. Good morning, Luis. Tough year, Luis. I know. He's one of my members. And what was your most profitable trade this year? I don't know. I had some good ones. At the end of the year, just got involved with the proxies like BMNU and SBET and things like that. It's just wrong. Just wrong. Gave up a whole bunch of numbers. Gave up a whole bunch of profit. I'm going to say, I don't remember. I had a lot of trades. I had like 700-800 trades. So probably NUGT, which we got out way too soon. That would have been the Grand Slam for sure. It was right before when gold was breaking out for 3,800. After it went sideways for like 2 months. We got on NUGT and I had a synthetic on. I had sold put credit spreads and bought some call debit spreads with it. It would have been fully in the money. That would have been like 1,000% actually. Yeah, that was my pivot. And yours was what? Tesla? Yeah, Tesla did fine. Although it's pulled back about 40, 50 points now. I mean, look, Tesla's a wonderful trading stock. If you look at Tesla going back 4 years, it's exactly the same price, maybe a little bit higher. It's in the last 4 years, Tesla. If you bought Tesla 4 years ago, I think you're up 5%. And you had some drawdowns, you had some rallies. It's a wonderful trading stock. Yeah, you know, if you trade it, good. Hey, Meta Mike, good morning. What's up? Definitely Happy New Year. I wish all of you happy, healthy, well, healthy first, because without health, we can't do shit. Happy, obviously, prosperous New Year. We'll see what 2026 brings. As long as we have our health, we're fine. Good morning, Peach. Good morning. Doug, good morning. Well, Doug, I wish you nothing but the best health, obviously. Doug is one of my members. He's amazing. He's my gunslinger. And I hope 2026 is better for you. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. You had some private issues, obviously. I hope you're doing better. You know, I definitely think you're doing better. Let's see. Still loving. Yeah, I mean, look, it's a good trading stock. I don't know, fundamentally, and I mean, it's expensive. I mean, it's what is it, 1.6 trillion market cap. I mean, Tesla's market cap equals more than all other automakers, although a lot of people don't treat Tesla like an automaker. If it did, Tesla would trade like $100 a share, with the same multiple anyway. A lot happening on Tesla. Robotaxis coming around. I don't know what that's going to look like, when they're going to come out, when they're going to scale. A lot of things are getting priced in Tesla at this level. Optimus Robot is getting kind of priced in, maybe not fully, but these are all into the future, and that's what the markets are so wonderful. Like, how do you price all this in 5 years before they happen? And then that's why you get the volatility. And it's a good trading stock. I'm not going to deny it. Good morning, John. Happy New Year, my man. We got to go out for some fall New Year's. Happy New Year, everyone. Doug says 2026 mushrooms and fingers. Yeah, I feel for you, man. I know I'm not going to get into it, but we're here for you. That's why we have the members group. Members group is not just for trading. Members group is like a tight-knit group of folks who just are from all over the world. Actually, we have some Canadians, we have some whatever, but with what you've gone through, trading is way down the list. Like, I don't even know. So important thing is health, important thing is family, important thing is hanging in there. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Holy shit, look at you. There you go, my man. Astanti, huh? Okay. Pretty close. Pretty close to where I was born. Then you definitely, upper is good. You're my upper. You should join our members group, bro. Not you. You too, if you want. Cool. Join the members group. Click join and send me an email, sergio@sergio18.com. Tesla to the moon. Okay, no problem. As long as you're not in TSLL, because I did a video about that those 2x, 3x ETFs, you'd be in a lot of hurt, just like I'm in a lot of hurt with BMNU. Tesla to the moon. Okay, sure. Why not? Your guess is as good as mine. Do you see any sense in SIDU recent upside? I'll take a look at it. I don't know what it is, but I'll take a look at it in a minute. Let me take a note of that. SIDU. What do you think about? No. I'm not touching any of that stuff. I may trade open. Actually, I started buying some calls this morning, but that game is over. AMC has done nothing but disappointment. I mean, we traded it during the pandemic. There's many other melt-ups like that. You should have traded. Again, it's your money. You can do whatever you want. And none of this is trading financial advice, by the way. So, those things had their time. They keep diluting, and just it's where it belongs, honestly. Same thing with GameStop. Same thing with all the other ones. And look what happened to all the quantum computing stocks, right? They go from 5 to 50, and then down to down 70% already. So I'm not a huge fan of trading these things. I mean, if I see a gamma squeeze, I'll trade it. But other than that, these pump and dumps, man, you just gotta be careful. Just because it's cheap doesn't mean it stays. Doesn't it has to go up, right? So there's 10,000 other stocks, Richard. There's 10,000 other stocks. Seriously, just you don't need it. You don't need it. You're gonna buy it and hold the bag forever. Happy New Year. I'm in more. Fuck, bro. Yeah, that you're the guy, right? Oh, do not worry. How do you not worry? I mean, I don't lose sleep over it because my position size is correct. If I had much larger position size, I would worry. I would definitely worry. T-Shug, no problem. No problem. SIDU. You know what? Actually, let me take a look at it on my phone before I get to the positions. SIDU. Okay. Sidus space. Ooh, up 30% today. Okay. Whoa. Look at that thing. Yeah, a lot of the space stocks are doing fine. You know, the big names, ASTS, Rocket Lab, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, this thing went from $1 to almost 4 today. This is the thing, like the AMC types, right? And hopefully it's not a pump and dump. I see a lot of gaps, a lot of up, you know, sharp up moves, then gap downs. Obviously, they're probably diluting. Um, I wouldn't own it here. I mean, you're up. If hopefully you have it, you're up 400%. So yeah, I wouldn't. It's a 4. Yeah, I had reverse splits. I see. I mean, these are all just, you know, I just go with slow and steady, man. You know, can't catch everything because I don't watch it. I don't day trade it. If you swing traded this and made your 200%, my hat's off to you. All power to you. All power to you. What else is there? I mean, wonderful. Great. That's why we have markets. If you catch it, if you had a scanner, I'm sure it showed up in my most active scanner, but I don't even look at these things. I go nice and steady, nice and slow. And but 2026, it's gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a good year. So because pivot has to happen. Yeah, I don't want to catch falling knives. You did? Oh, okay, cool. Did you send me an email? Did I send you the Telegram chat group link? I don't remember. I can't keep track of that stuff. Well, if you didn't, email me, Sergio@sergioavidian.com. I'll send you the Telegram chat group link. I don't even know what your handle is on Telegram. Sorry. Yeah, we traded the synthetic on silver, ZSL actually, and which is a 2x inverse ETF of silver. I mean, another parabolic. Look, parabolics never end well. Parabolics end in tears for longs most of the time. Well, not most of the time, probably 95% of the time. But then the problem with parabolics is when to short these things and the timing. You know, we did trade actually ZSL, which is 2x ETF. I put on sold the February 4 puts, bought the February 5 calls on ZSL and made like 60% overnight. And then we got out. And then yesterday revisited, retested the high, missed it, wasn't even home. So I could have done it, but I didn't do it. And then now we got the sell off. I mean, yeah, I think silver from 80 down to probably 60. But long term, look, man, long term, you gotta be in hard assets. There is no question in my mind because the printers are going to start double time. You know, economy actually is not doing as well as people say it is. But the point is, musical chairs cannot stop now. We can't afford to stop the musical chairs. So music has to go on. What's the music? Music is growth of M2, print money, spend the money we don't have, and you know it continues. I mean, this has been the whole theme since 2008. The numbers just keep getting larger, right? We're about to hit 38 trillion in national debt. Never going to be balanced. I mean, those IOUs are never going to get paid back. We just keep kicking can down the road. But now what's happening is that the interest cost, servicing cost of all those IOUs are appreciable now. $1.3 trillion a year, almost double the defense budget, almost touching Social Security. I mean, we can't stop the music now. If we stop the music, we will crash. We will be at 1929. We will have to keep spending. That's why I'm accumulating hard assets. You know, gold, silver, Bitcoin, Not that it's a hard asset, but stocks, right? We can't stop the music. We just can't. We can't afford to stop the music at this point. Although I'm very cognizant that there are 9 people in the room, there's only 1 chair. But we have to keep the music going. We can't stop. And then you'll have these drawdowns of 10, 15%. That's why buy the dip has worked, because people have figured out, I figured out a long time ago, this is what we do. This is what we're going to do. This is what the globe is doing. Look at the M2 growth, global M2 growth. Look at the M2 growth in the US, making new high. In fact, I talk about it this week. There's a video coming out. The correlation is kind of breaking between Bitcoin or crypto and M2. Is it breaking? Well, I don't think M2 is going to come down. Is Bitcoin going to catch up? I don't know. But I'll keep DCAing. I'm not worried about it. Okay, let me enter this first. Okay. To Sergio at sergioavadian.com. Did I send you the Telegram chat group link? If I didn't, send it to me again. Make sure you put Sergio at sergioavadian, one word, .com. I'll send you the Telegram chat group link. Well, maybe because I didn't receive yours. I'm surprised you're in there. And what is your handle on Telegram, by the way? So send it to me again. Sergio, here. Actually, Sergio at sergioavadian.com. One word, right? And then I'll send it to you again. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. I didn't know, Ed. I mean, silver is down a lot today. It's down like 9%. I mean, when things go parabolic like this, you don't know where it's going to stop. We did make the counter trend trade and made some money, but I definitely buying pullbacks. I mean, if it gets down to 60, I'll buy it. I'll definitely trade it. Did I miss silver? Well, I don't know. It goes from 40 to 80 in a month. I mean, I wouldn't chase things. Look, I'm not a chaser. A lot of people on the internet, they just chase. They keep things high. Trees grow to the sky, and nothing bad will happen. And you will get nailed if you do that. Just like the quantum computing stocks, when they were going up, everybody goes, oh, it's going to 100, 200. Or just like open, right? It went from 60 cents to $10, and everybody goes, go to 82. I'm like, it's not going anywhere, man. These fools out there, they have 50, 80, 100, 200,000 followers on X or YouTube or whatever. They just say shit that I go laugh at it. I'm like, I'm not even sure what these guys are smoking. But to me, it's like, no, you didn't miss it. Just wait for the pullback and get in. It's going to be trader for sure. But it's pulling back today, I don't know, pulls back to 60. I'll get my beak wet on that one. There's no missing anything. There's 10,000 stocks out there. There's all these commodities. There's all these tools you can trade with. Find some other stuff. Don't get stuck on the same one that the whole internet is stuck on. I mean, I don't know. It's not that hard to find. Just create some scanners, create some watch lists, stick to your guns, and then trade it. You don't need to be in the same thing that the whole world is in, BMN US side, has your point of view changed? No, my point of view has not changed on Ethereum. BMNR, BMNU, completely different things. On BMNR, I mean, my point of view on Ethereum is still, we're at a very critical moment here, seriously. I mean, we're either going to take a leg down here because we've been kind of going sideways. Moving averages are coming down. It's clearly in a downtrend. And if we take another leg down, Ethereum going to 2,200, well, where's BMNR going to go and where's BMNU going to go? No, my long-term view on Ethereum hasn't changed, but long-term doesn't mean much for BMNR, BMNU holders. Well, on BMNU especially, you have the volatility drag that you're dealing with, right, month after month. And BMNR is the only one above 1 MNAV now. He's still doing ATM sales. He's still buying Ethereum. He meaning Tom Lee. No, I mean, on long-term Ethereum, my view hasn't changed. But then where will BMNR be if Ethereum goes to 2,200, and then Tom Lee keeps saying 7, 8, 10, 20,000? I'm like, I don't know. The price is the price, man. I can't lie to myself. I can't lie to myself, my man. Yeah, dude. Maybe in 2026 we should get together and have some fun at the same place. Remind me. Okay, so send me another email, sergio@sergioavadian.com. I will immediately send you the Telegram chat group link. Because and what is your YouTube handle, by the way? I'm not sure, because is that your YouTube handle, Mike D Peach? Or is that your X handle? Or is that your Telegram handle? I don't know. So, well, you should, if you did sign up. Yeah. I'll check my email list. I didn't receive anything from you, so I probably went to the wrong. Health physical from 30. Yeah. Okay, great. I mean, what is that? That's almost a double, like 70%. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Look, you gotta accumulate hard assets. Because the government's gonna keep debasing the currency and devalue the US dollar. US dollar has lost 10%. And guess how much S&P 500 is up this year? About 14%. So if you were in the index alone, you did fine. You just kept pace, actually, with what's going on. Inflation is not 2.5%. They're lying. But good. There you go. 70%. Where are you going to get 70%? In what other world you're going to get 70%? Nowhere. On the pullback to 55 now, your exit, you should enter. Probably. Again, none of this is trading, financial investment advice. Okay. All right. So I'll come back and answer some questions. Let's go. Again, the link is here. Let me post the link again. If anybody wants to come on, open mic today. Come on and talk about your year, what your plans are for 2026. I have 0 New Year's resolutions, although I would like to quit smoking, which is not a resolution. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know. I just can't do it. I tried everything. I tried the patch. I tried cold turkey. I just can't do it. I don't know. Horrible addiction. Don't ever smoke. What else? So yeah, well, for all of you now that are here, my guess for 2026, 7,500 range high, 5,800 low on SPX. At the end of the year, up single digits, up 7%. No, 6% at the end of the year. That's it. Gold prospector? Wow. Are you one of those guys up in Alaska? Gold Rush? Well, I used to watch that thing a lot. What's his name? That young kid that started at like 10 years old. Now he's like a man. He's making tens of millions of dollars. Schnabel, right? Parker Schnabel. Man, I have good memory for an old fart. Shit. Wow, how interesting. Where do you prospect? You should grab the link and come on. Alaska? Or I don't know. I don't know how this even works. So you can definitely teach. I will not get into prospecting. I prospect enough in stocks and options. California. Well, the gold rush, right? There was a gold. I don't know if there's any gold left in California. Wow, what an interesting situation. See, we got all kinds. That's why I love the internet. Sierra Nevadas. Okay, that's fucking interesting, bro. So how's that going? Do you hedge? I don't know how much your production is, so I'm not sure how these things work. But first thing I thought was I should tell this guy to hedge. Then I'm going like, I don't know what I'm talking about here. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Okay, I will send it to you after the show for sure. Well, actually, you know what? Let me check if I got your email. Sergio at sergioavadian.com. Mike D, I just got it. I got both the emails. I had never gotten an email from you, so you probably sent it to the wrong place. I will send it to you right after the show. Welcome to the club. And hopefully in the email you told me what your handle is so I know who you are. This is interesting, man. You know what I'm talking about, right? What's his name? That kid, Parker Schnabel? He's like like he has this massive operations. I used to watch it religiously. Then I kind of lost interest. A pan and a sluice. Shit, what an interesting life. Sierra Nevadas. Well, that's pretty close to me. Maybe one day I'll come and we'll sluice together. Or we pan. Is that the pan? You know, you do like this. Get rid of the dirt and whatever's left. Shit. What an interesting life. Huh. Cool, bro. Turning hobby into a business is a bit. I I love this. This is amazing. This is amazing. Well, as we know, debt is the oil of the engine. Too much debt, you blow the engine. Not enough debt, you know, you can't scale. So, yeah, I'm sure it is. But anyway, so good to see you here. I'm fascinated by this. Anyway, so let's go to positions. You guys can see this, I'm sure. All right, S&P is just kind of dragging, doing not much, really, just kind of going sideways. Finishing the year. This is 1 year, 1 day. Look at this. I mean, volatility is dead. VIX is, what is that, 14, 13, 14 and a half. Yeah, just low volatility, tough. This is the SPX, just higher highs, higher lows. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the new year brings. Let's go to positions. All right, so I think I'll add to a firm any second now. So I post these positions on the community page of the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So today will be it. So go check the community page. What are we doing? What are we doing? Ooh la la. Okay, let's go through it. Affirm. For February, going out to February. The money management side of the 2026 pivot is on options, 50% gain, 25% loss. Doesn't have to be 50%, it could be more, obviously, but 25% losses will be taken from allocation. Not more than 10% is going to be allocated of my trading account to each position, which is going to be about 12 to 15K range each position, okay? And losses will be taken without a blink of an eye. So on a firm, started establishing a position, got a little bit more to go. I sold 72.67 and a half put credit spread on a firm, and with some of that money, I bought 80.92 and a half call debit spread for about $1.40 debit. If we pull back a little bit more, I'll add to it. So far, 10 lots, 700 long, 750 leaps on Strive ASST, going out to January 2027. Here's the BMNU freaking headache of all headaches. I actually rolled my 6 puts down to 5 today. I will. Those are all January. You know, my cost basis is pretty decent. Last month, all the calls expired worthless. I had sold some puts; those expired worthless. This month, I sold some 6 puts. Of course, we're at 480. Rolled them to 5. If I do get assigned, it will be a full position. I'm up. At the moment, I have 3,500 shares. At the end of January expiration, I could be 5,000 shares. For the 3,500 shares, I sold 6, 7, and 8 calls. Took in more premium. Last month, I had done 8, 9, and 10, 11 calls. Those expired worthless. So my cost basis probably at the end of this month is going to be somewhere around 6. If I do get assigned, probably under 6. So I will manage this, and never again, I will say. There we go. So started buying some Carnival Cruise calls, February 30 calls. So far 20 calls, cost of 194 or 195. I just started buying today, Fastly, February 10 calls. full position is a long way to go on these, but we'll see. I just started also buying today February 5 calls on open door. I have more orders. Let me see where my orders are at on Fastly. Yeah, I paid 120 and the 110. I have more orders, and then I'm at 20 calls on open, 20 February 5 calls. I have another 10 at 123, so, and then I'll probably buy every nickel down on open. This is just a bounce play, nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't fit my 52-week high-list trade. Next one is Wave Life Sciences. This is a full position now. I have February 50 calls. 50 February 50 calls. February 20 calls, 50 of those. And I sold yesterday 45 so far, but I'll sell another 5 at some point. January 22 calls against the February 20 calls. Took in 30 cents, decent premium. So, this is almost like a calendar and calendar spread. And, get rid of data decay, basically. That's basically what we're doing. So, other than that, those are the positions going into New Year's. CCL, I will definitely add. All these other ones are from the 52-week high list. CCL, FSLY, WVE, Affirm, they're all from that list. So I'm okay with these. But then money management is going to happen with those 25 and 50 and 12.5 and 25 on stocks if I'm buying the stocks. So BMNU, I don't know, honestly. Just even with the lower cost, it's giving me anxiety, honestly. But then, selling calls, I'll probably lower it at some point to a profitable level. I mean, this thing was 12.5 2 weeks ago. At that point, I had like a $15,000 profit. Now watching a $8,000 loss, I'm like, doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But then we're all human. We all fuck up. And what else? That's about it. Yeah, those are the positions. And I'll go to the front, answer some questions. Hopefully somebody would come on CCL. Yeah, we don't that one. We got out of that one. If you guys have any questions, yes, I do, right? SID. Yeah, look at that. Jesus. Stock surges after 16-week capital raise. Wow. They do a secondary and stock goes up. Yeah, space stocks are hot. ASTS. Well, they were hot. Now they're just kind of meandering. Rocket Lab. Yeah, Rocket Lab's actually holding better than all of the other ones. Lunar. Yeah. That's actually bull flagging. That looks pretty decent, actually. Is that a 52-week high list? No, not yet. AMC, somebody else. I mean, like, I have zero interest in this thing. Look at this thing. I mean, hopefully you get a pump, and if you're stuck, get out of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't buy it with your money. Same thing with GME, all these pump and dumpers, right? Look at that thing, down to $20. I have zero interest in any of this stuff. Open, I started buying today. I see some volume coming in. I think tax loss selling is done with that. If there's any tax loss selling to be done. Whoever got stuck at 10 or 11. Just a quick trade. Mean reversion trade, kind of maybe we can get up to the 50 EMA, up to about 680. That's why I bought the deep in the money calls. If not, we'll just sell some calls against it. In fact, let me take a look. Today's Friday expiration calls. These have warrants too, by the way, so you guys know. We bought the 5s, so not bad. Friday expiration 6s. Well, stock is 593, so I'm not gonna do that. Maybe next week. Oh, this is weeklies. Beautiful. January 9th, 7s are a nickel. See, that's what you do. You just sell these nickels and dimes and take advantage of it, and then get rid of data decay. Or decay. Data is the decay. What else is going on? Yeah, that's where we are. Definitely will out to CCL. I think that's going to go make a new high. Fastly, I just started buying. Hopefully, it gives me a chance to establish a decent position. Open door, same thing. Where's my order at? Yeah, 123. That's fine. Maybe yeah, 123 is fine. I'll buy 50, 60 of those. Yeah, BMNU is going to play itself out until January 16th, really. What else is there? Let me see where this firm is. If it gets down to a buck, I'll do some more. Let's take a look. So we're selling this 72.5. Buying this, oh, not January, February. Buying the 67.5. Buying the 80s. And selling the 92.5. $1.18. Okay. I can put on another 5. $1.05. Yeah, that's fair. We'll put it at $1.05 and we'll shop for it. Patience, 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 folks. I wonder if CCL has weeklies. Beautiful chart off the 52-week high list. A massive up leg, good earnings. When the market turns, this will be the first one to go make a new high. Oh, yes, they do have weeklies. Wonderful. Let's see if we can go sell some. Friday expiration. We bought the 30s, so 31.5 are a couple of pennies. We don't want to mess with that. But week after that, January 9th, 30. Ooh, pretty wide range. 32's all-time high on this thing, so that's 13, 14 cents. We'll take those. We'll sell those. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. What else? That's about it. That's about it. Not much else going on. Patience, patience, patience. Where do we put that? 105 debit? Yeah, 105 debit is fine. Okay. All right, folks. If you guys have questions, I'll answer it. What am I doing tonight? We're going to my sister-in-law's in Pasadena. I don't like driving in the rain and New Year's Eve with all the drunks, but then gotta follow the family. So well, thank you. Okay, so you're mixing that up. Okay, I don't think you subscribe to the Telegram chat group link or the members group. I think you did that for the newsletter, since now that you're saying, I think you did that in the newsletter where you get, which I should mention from my website, you get the free newsletter, right? Okay. So Telegram chat group link, you have to go to YouTube, you have to click join, and it's $9.99. I'm telling you up front. So, but then you get all my trades live and stuff. So I don't think you have, because it gives me a notification when you join. You're talking about the newsletter. That's a free subscription. That's free newsletter. If you're getting that email, that means that's happening. So yeah. Thank you for the support. Please share, put a thumbs up. All right, let's answer some questions. Why am I bullish on Affirm? Just technicals. All technicals going forward in 2026. Nothing more, nothing less, Doug. So that's what, okay, so that's what you're mixing it up with. Mike Peach. Okay, so do you see on Doug, like when I put his message up? No, I froze. Wonderful. Okay, do you see on Doug, there's like a little gosh, icon right next to his YouTube name. That's why if you were a member, I would see that with you, Mike Peach. Mike D, sorry. Mike D68 Peach. So you are on the newsletter, but not on the members group where you get the trades live. Okay. So different story. So I'm not sending you the Telegram chat group link unless you joined, and I'll send it to you. Yeah, you are definitely, well, that's free. So now that he mentioned it, trying to improve financial literacy in this country, free newsletter. Go to my website, www.sergioavadian.com. Every Monday, you'll get a free newsletter, and it talks all about investing, basic stuff, dollar cost averaging, and ETFs, and all kinds of good stuff. Compounding, rule of 72. There's about 12 articles on the blog already. So free. Just go click, and I'll send it to you. That's it. Every Monday, you'll get it in your mailbox. Yeah, it's pure technicals. Just going sideways before it breaks out. Hopefully, if it doesn't, then take our hit and get the heck out of Dodge. Nothing more, nothing less, Doug. 26 is going to be just technicals. I'm not going to get too wound up into fundamentals. It's not going to. The fundamentals most of the time are in the technicals anyway. So same thing, just technicals. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't even know what they do, honestly. RWA and energy 2026. Okay, if you say so. No, but I am on the platform. I have 8 apps on my phone. When I do see an opportunity, I'm definitely going to go take their money. But at the moment, it's just a waste of time for most people. As some of you know, I run a much larger channel for gig workers. It's called the Rideshare Guy. Go check that channel out with over 200, and I think we're just hitting 230,000 subs. 230,000 subs. And I'm trying to teach all of the gig workers how to invest, because I don't think they're investing. And there's a lot of collaborations coming up with big companies in 2026 on that. Financial literacy is lacking everywhere, specifically the gig worker. So that's why I created the website. And start with the free newsletter. I'm going to do some webinars and seminars on that, because most gig workers meaning Uber, Lyft, DoorDash drivers, are not paying any attention for their retirement, for their future, how to save money, how to budget, how to start investing. All they're doing is just driving their cars and their bodies into the ground for some fucking company that doesn't give a shit about them. So that was the whole idea. There's a natural pivot, but this is what I do for a living. Not be a YouTube personality, I guess. But I do have a relationship with all these companies. Some are good, some are bad. I know their CEOs. I've interviewed them. Look, man, they're doing what they're supposed to do. They have shareholders. They're trying to make money. If you bought Uber stock, 3 years ago, you would have quadrupled your money almost. So, and the only way they're going to make money is pay you nothing, pay you peanuts. And you should know that. But I'm a driver's advocate. I'm a capitalist to start with, but I have a heart. I'm not a vulture capitalist. So I'm a fair capitalist, let's say. Yes, okay, yes. That's what it is out there. Join the newsletter. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. No, it's $9.99. It's $9.99. It shouldn't be $12.99. If it's $12.99, there's something wrong. You may be doing something wrong. It's $9.99. In fact, if it's $12.99, you know what? Don't join. Take a screenshot of that, send it to me, because fucking YouTube is $9.99 YouTube, and then YouTube takes 30%, by the way. And it should not be $12.99. It's $9.99. We didn't change it. There's only one level. Yeah. Okay. Take a screenshot of that and email me that first. It should not be $12.99. Or you can subscribe for 1 month. I'll send you the Telegram chat group link. You try it out. It's a month-to-month thing. If YouTube charges you $12.99, immediately send me an email, because that's wrong. Because YouTube already is taking a cut of 30% of the $9.99. So they're double dipping then. That's actually good that you tried it. Please just take a screenshot of that. You can subscribe for $12.99 for 1 month. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. No problem. I'm not doing it for the money, but I gotta pay my YouTube manager. I got expenses. If it pays the expenses, fine. All I'm trying to say is that it should be $9.99. So sub for $12.99. Look at your either credit card or debit card, whatever you're attaching it, or PayPal. If they're charging you $12.99, take a screenshot of that and send it to me again, because it shouldn't be. That's bullshit. YouTube, bullshit. Go ahead. Thoughts on Samsung? Chip makers have done well. Some have done great. Some have not so much. Don't have thoughts about it. I mean, I have enough chip stocks in the US that you can deal with. Obviously NVIDIA and AMD and Micron and Avago and, thousands. TSM Semiconductor, I think, is fine. TSMC, so Samsung, I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, so follow my thing. So if you do subscribe, take a screenshot of that where it says $12.99. Send that to me. I'll send you the Telegram chat group link. Then wait for 1 month. If they charge you $12.99, then take a screenshot of that, send that to me, because it should not be. It should be $9.99. Okay, Mike? Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so that's where it's at, man. So 2026 is here. Friday, I'll be back, Power Hour. Monday, so going forward, for the first quarter at least, Trading with Sergio Monday, Wednesday, Power Hour on Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Please subscribe to my free newsletter on the website if you're a gig worker or whoever you are, and share the knowledge. Because there's a lot of information on the internet. Some of it is okay, some of it is garbage. Most of it is garbage. And then in this day and age because I do understand how investing, finance, trading, it could all be very intimidating. Because if you follow people on X, all they do is like, I sell puts, I sell calls, they don't talk about the risk. There is massive risk in this. We get a 10% drawdown. Selling puts is going to take you to a broken account. What's going to happen? Okay. All I'm saying to you is that understand the risk going into 2026. And that's all I'm trying to do. Inform, educate. I'm not trying to give you a fish. I'm trying to teach you how to fish. And I'm trying to give you a full toolbox. Once you have the toolbox, sayonara, you can do whatever the heck you want with it. But financial literacy is very near and dear to my heart. And it starts at elementary school all the way to college, because we're not doing it. And it has to start somewhere. And you must start investing, because you're in charge of your own financial future. And nobody is going to help you unless you have a rich daddy. Government's definitely not going to take care of you. So, free resources, great. It's free. Go to the website, www, subscribe to the newsletter, send it to your friends, share it with your families, because financial literacy is key. The wealth gap is this wide now. It used to be this wide. Now it's this wide. Why is that? Why does top 10% own 87% of the assets in this country? Why does bottom 50% own only 1% of the assets in this country? That's because top 10% invests. And they have been investing, and they're taking, compounding is a wonderful thing. And you don't need that much money to invest. A lot of people get intimidated. Oh, I need thousands of dollars to start investing. No, you need $5. Maybe not even. So, and my thing is like simple. Just teach the people how to do this. Free. I mean, it's free. I don't know what else to say. Free is good these days. But long story short, that's my goal in 2026. That's why I started the website, launched the website. Financial literacy. I'm going to try to help gig workers, specifically gig workers, because I have a huge channel on the other side, and there's a natural crossover, because I saw it last 2-3 years. I mean, Nobody's in that world. You know, they're all driving their cars and bodies into the ground and to get fired or whatever they do, and nobody's paying attention to their actual needs, because how they save money, how they invest, how they for their future, for their retirement, nobody's talking about it. I'm like, well, I have a channel with 230, 40,000 subscribers. I'm like, might as well talk about it. And you know, I'm trying to do some good, so hopefully it'll stick and you guys will listen and share. That's the only way I can do it. But yeah, that's for okay, sounds good. Yeah, absolutely. PSMC looks good. Okay. And now when you do get charged, look at your debit card or credit card, whatever you put in there, because it's month to month. Like after 30 days, you can cancel. If it's charging you $12.99, send me another picture, screenshot of that, because it shouldn't be. It should be $9.99. Then we'll have a big problem with YouTube. Then I will fucking kill YouTube. Fuck YouTube. Excuse my language, YouTube. Now they'll watch this and close my channel. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I have thoughts about that. I think that's for another show. But UBI, huh? Don't like UBI, man. Don't like any of the snake oil salesman bullshit going on these days either with AI. OpenAI specifically. Sam Altman, have a great 2026. Best snake oil salesman on the planet. What is AI going to do? Hey, thank you. What is AI going to do? Is AI going to replace all the Uber, Lyft drivers, truckers, millions of people? How's this going to work? What are these people going to do? They're all saying, you know, oh, thank you. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate it. So what, okay. See, I was going to leave, but now you guys got me hot. Okay. Unemployment rate in the recent college graduate cohort is double the national average. These poor kids come out of college with $200,000-$300,000 in debt that they have to pay for, student loans, which they cannot the rest of their lives. And then they can get jobs. Highest unemployment rate is in that group. So they made the mistake of going to college and studying something that they can get a job for. Okay. Now what? So AI hasn't even fully kicked in yet. I mean, all we know is ChatGPT, but then there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in this world, right? What jobs are going to replace? All white-collar jobs. The agents are coming, folks, the AI agents, okay? I don't even get into autonomous vehicle, autonomous trucking, all that stuff, robots and stuff, okay? How are we going to retrain all these people? Because all the snake oil salesmen, and I'm not going to call Elon Musk out, but, you know, he was on Joe Rogan, and he said, this is all going to be universal high income. Joe Rogan, I like Joe Rogan. I watch him. You know, he's a meathead. You know, I don't think he understands finance that much. But hey, look, all respect. Why don't you ask Elon Musk, how are we getting to universal high income? We need to eat. We need to live. We need to pay insurance for our cars and have a roof over our head. Elon keeps saying this is going to be, forget universal basic income, because he was a proponent of it. And now he goes universal high income. How are we going to get there? What does that even mean? What are we going to do with our lives? Okay, it's universal high income. Okay, so you're going to send me a check to pay for my basic needs, right? Okay, where's that money coming from? From Sam Altman? Are you fucking kidding me? Snake oil salesman of all snake oil salesmen? I don't get it, right? So millions of people are going to lose their jobs. That's why this next decade is going to be probably the most important decade in the history of this country. All these data centers that they're building, they're doing the circle jerk, investing in each other, you know. Reminds me a lot of WorldCom and Enron and all that shit, right? There's this thing like AI. Okay, well, people are not getting jobs already out of college with debt. And all these people, all these factory workers, and don't come to me, please. You can grab the link and we can discuss this. here's the link. Because I'm sure some people on X are going to go, oh, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm like, okay, here's the link. Nah, I got hot. Shouldn't have gotten me hot, Damien. What are these people going to do? Right? Let's go with trucking, long haul trucking. These people have been doing this forever. Don't ever come to me and say, oh, look at the horse and buggy, and we went from that to steam engine, and then, more jobs got created. Horse shit. That's what Sam Altman is selling. Okay. What are these people going to do? The guy's been a trucker 30 years. His whole family is in trucking. He has a truck that he's paying for. He's taking your items from Walmart Logistics or Amazon to the stores or Costco. Well, those go autonomous. What are we going to do with that guy? We're going to teach him how to write software? I mean, there's change coming to this country that I'm kind of scared of because I have two kids myself. One is in college, one is in high school. But I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't lose sleep over it. But then when I hear these snake oil salesmen, talking trillions of billions of hundreds of billions of dollars, I go like, what about the average guy? Average guy is already drowning in debt. Average American has no clue how to invest and how to save and how to do any of that stuff. They're all addicted to plastic crack, right? So this is a culmination of 2025 now. What are these people going to do, right? We go like, oh, there'll be other things. Oh, Elon goes on Joe Rogan and says, universal high income, we're just going to do what we love to do. So I'm just going to go play golf every day. I have no purpose in life. I'm just kind of go wandering around. But where is the money coming from for me to pay for my bills? How's this all going to work out? I want somebody to educate me on this. Universal high income. Okay, cool. I'm like, fucking bullshit, I call to that. But anyway. Oh, now you remember. There you go. Okay, now I'll send you the Telegram check reply. See, you guys got me hot now. I was going to go have a cup of coffee. And my wife is going like, what is this guy yelling about? 10 years ago, I didn't really believe in it. But I've driven in 10 of them so far. Well, one Waymo replaces 3 drivers, 3 humans. Because they don't have the brake, they don't get tired, they don't text while they're driving. One Waymo equals 3 drivers. Okay, cool. You figure it out. No, refuse. Don't do that, because that's what the snake oil salesmen are selling you. Oh, there'll be more jobs. I'm like, you're going from a minimum wage job to another minimum wage job. How are you going to improve your life? Don't buy any of that bullshit. No, don't. Just start investing, bro. I mean, long term, okay? Because otherwise, that's what they're trying to sell you. These snake oil salesmen? Oh, AI is going to create so many new jobs. Give me one. Give me one. Sam Altman, give me one fucking job that's going to get created by AI. Every secretary, every white-collar job, all these mundane jobs, lawyers, paralegals, whatever. All these agents coming, agenting AI. It's all coming. And then pretty soon robots will come. And then what? Universal high income. Okay, how am I going to get that money in my bank account, Elon? Like, where's the money coming from, Elon? Because unless you guys are going to get rid of fiat currency altogether, that everything is going to be a barter for services, maybe. I don't know. We're going back like on 203 years or something. I don't know how this is all going to work out. I'm not smart enough to figure it out. Somebody tell me. But I'm not buying any of this bullshit. Any of this bullshit that they're being sold to the American public now about AI, and it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be utopia. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? We need to eat, bro. What are we talking about here? Somebody explain it to me. These people need to eat. They can hardly eat now with the grocery prices going through the roof. These people need to pay rent and function and be part of society, right? So AI replaces all these jobs. What are these people going to do? Depend on government, and so they can screw you some more? I'm like, no, man. I'm like, bullshit to Sam Altman and fuck. Sam Altman, I know you don't watch these kind of things. I'm nobody, but one of these days I would love to interview you, because some people try to squeeze you and then you get all like, get on your little tiffy and you're like, hey, he's even an investor, right? He said, oh, if you don't like it, sell your stock. I'm like, asshole, you're about to replace millions of people. Let's talk about it. How are we going to do it? Because they all get this starstruck. Sam Altman, OpenAI, he's worth 500 billion, 800 billion. How's that helping the average American? They're all going to lose their jobs. Why doesn't anybody admit that we're going to have the massive jobless crisis in this country? And who's going to make the bucks? The tech bros? No, okay, I can invest, maybe, maybe I can do that. But I'm like, that's why investing is important, because that's the only way I see it. But who's going to give you a paycheck? Elon. Hello. Universal high income. How are we getting there, Elon? What does that even mean, Elon? What does it mean? Tell me what that means. You're going to deposit 100 grand a month into my account so I can go play golf 24 hours a day? I don't have to do anything. How's this all working out, folks? Somebody fucking get it to me. Why am I so hot about this? I don't know. Because I have kids, that's why. But they're taken care of, luckily. They're already doing that. They've been doing that for centuries, man. Right? We either buy you or we kill you. That's coming to an end, because the other side is kind of hitting back too now. You know what I mean? Well, we'll always make it. We'll make it. Happy New Year, my man. Happy, healthy, prosperous New Year to you. Much respect. Stay safe out there if you're going to work tonight. And yeah, please stay safe. I see. You're a gloom and doomer now. I don't know about that. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I want to believe what these snake oil salesmen are selling, but my brain just too fried to believe any of this garbage, because I'm too old to believe this bullshit. Maybe some Gen Xers, Gen Zers are all believing that. So they can't even get jobs, man. So I'm not buying it, but I'm also hopeful. Maybe they're going to have medicine is going to be wonderful, cures for cancer and these dreaded diseases, and we're going to live longer. Oh, we're going to live longer. But how do we live longer? Because nobody has saved for retirement in this country. Social Security is bankrupt. See, I'm thinking like all this stuff. See, on the 31st, I shouldn't even be doing this. I should start drinking already. You know what I mean? But it's too early to drink. I'm in California. So I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm trying. I'm trying to inform, educate, and I can tell people to invest and but the fiat currency is garbage anyway. But then what else is there? There's nothing else replaced it. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm like, it's getting me hot. Hell no. Okay, we have millions of truckers in this country. Let's just take that. Forget the Uber Lyft driver. It's like part-time, whatever. Millions of truckers that have been doing this for generations. Trucker to trucker, pass it down their trucks to their sons and daughters, whatever. They are the lifeline, lifeblood of this country. Without truckers, long-haul trucking, that they drive thousands of miles a month, taking goods from warehouses to the local Walmarts, Costco's, and Targets, and millions of other places, right? Those are all going to be autonomous, because the autonomous thing can keep that truck on the lane. They even have it now. They're testing it. They all get replaced. What are those millions of people going to do? Mostly they're unhealthy. They're overweight because they sit in their trucks, but they are the lifeline of this country. What are those people going to do? Just let's take those 2, 3, 4 million truckers. How are they going to do it? Elon, you're going to give him $100,000 a year? Is that what's going to happen? Universal high income, so they can all go learn another trade? Is that what's going to happen? Retrain? They all go like, oh, they can do anything they want to do in life. They can do whatever they're passionate about. Well, that doesn't pay the bills, bro. I need to eat. I need to put a roof over my head. I need to send my kids to school. Fucking bullshit. AI. Whatever. I don't know why I'm so hot about this today. I mean, There you go. I think we'll end on that one. Start drinking early. Yeah. After this, I have to go drink something now. I'm not buying it. I mean, if you guys are buying it, great. You'll suffer the consequences. I'm not buying any of this shit. None of this stuff. Sam Altman, I don't trust Sam Altman as far as I can throw Sam Altman. Elon, I have respect. At least he creates some shit, although he has his moments as well. But he was on Joe Rogan podcast. Go watch it. He said in a 5-minute period, he said universal high income like 15 times. And Joe Rogan is like, and Joe Rogan's like, oh, that's going to be wonderful. Everybody can chase whatever they're passionate about. I'm like, bro, I got to eat. I got to pay rent. I got to pay my mortgage. I can hardly do it now. What are we talking about here? And AI just replaced me. What am I doing here? Bullshit. Anyway, I will start drinking. Take your word for it. Okay. Stuart Gorham, tell me, what job? Tell me the the distribution system, by the way, does not work unless you're investing, because that dollar that you hold in your hand, the $100 bill, in the last 6 years has lost literally all of its value. It loses 6 or 8% of its value every single year. And I don't think your paycheck is going up 6, 8% every year. So let's talk shit. Billion-dollar industry provides many jobs. And those jobs, earnings potential is controlled by the job giver. And if all those jobs are going to be replaced by AI agents, which they are, that goes from call centers, mundane jobs, to whatever you can think of, all the paper pushers in offices, right? All right. What's going to happen? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just like, I don't understand. Anyway, so let's finish the year positive note. It was a good year trading, better investing. Give myself a C- because I was up literally where I exactly wanted it 2 months ago and then had a drawdown. So forget about it. 2026, things are going to change. I am very passionate about financial literacy. I'm trying to inform and educate. Go sign up to the free newsletter on the website. I'm not asking for anything. It's free. So 2026, my guess for 2026, 7,500 SPX, 5,800 low, and we're going to end up 5 or 6% up for the year. At the end, they're going to turn on the faucets big time, starting when probably March, April, when the White House becomes the Fed as well, because they have total control now, which I don't like, actually, Fed losing independence, but that's another story. We're going to print, we're going to inflate our way out of this. Please start investing, because if you don't, you're going to be left behind, and we're going to be here 6 months from now, a year from now, saying the same fucking thing again. Don't trust Sam Altman. What else is there? Yeah, that's for 2026. I wish all of you a healthy first, healthy, happy, prosperous 2026. We will continue, at least for the first quarter, the shows, Monday live, Wednesday live, Trading with Sergio, Friday Power Hour. I wish you guys and gals and everyone nothing but the best. Thank you for the support. Please put a thumbs up at exit. It's also free. Ha! I wouldn't do it. See, there's more questions. Everyone just grift on YouTube, claiming to be knowing with whatever subject they choose to talk about. No, they're just venting out. If you talk about me, I take the criticism, but you can grab the link and come on. We can debate it on Friday if you like. Chaos into routine. Why don't we do that? Let's debate it. If it's about me, I'll take the criticism, but don't be a keyboard warrior. Grab the link and come on. If it's about other grifters, I do agree with you 100%. They just fucking do nothing but grift. And, I would love to open this up to people to come on. I have DCA Bitcoin every Monday. Long term. Never will sell it. Been doing it all year. Bought it first in 2020, didn't buy it. Then now I fully understand it. I don't believe in the fiat system. So fiat is garbage. So I DCA every Monday. Same dollar amount. And we'll end with this positive note. No, I wouldn't do it. Plus, I wasn't born in this country, so I can't be president. But I am thinking of running for local office. I definitely am, because this is bullshit. What's going on? Complete bullshit. Don't trust Sam Altman and Tom Lee. I don't know about Tom Lee. Sam Altman, for sure. I don't fucking throw that guy into a fucking blender. Yeah, and look, Tom Lee has been right, and a lot of people followed him, and they're following him up, and they're following him down. So, I mean, look, everybody has a job on this planet, Doug. Our job is to look through the fluff and bullshit. And, you know, we're all adults. We make our own bed and we sleep in it, right? So nobody can blame anybody. I mean, but there are a lot of people who do follow Tom Lee and, you know, or Sam Altman or whatever. And you know what? I'm not one of those. I think about it. I make my own decision. I make my own bed. I sleep in it. That's it. Take responsibility for what I'm doing, as opposed to, oh, it's somebody else's fault. I'm like, no, man, stop. Americans are really good at playing the victim, by the way. Oh, it's his fault. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just, my thing is take responsibility. You know? Anyway, so when is the next? I don't know. Probably next year. I don't know. I mean, I like TJ. I don't agree with most of the stuff he does, but I like TJ. I think he's fine. And he's a good human being to start with. I think he is, from what I've seen. Yeah, probably next year when he does a live, I'll go on. We can have some discussions. Anyway, so much respect. Hats off. Vamos, Barca. 2026, again, last but not least, I wish for everyone to have a healthy, happy, prosperous 2026. If you're going to drink tonight, don't drive. There's Uber and Lyft. And be healthy, be happy, be safe. I will see you guys in the New Year's on Friday. Much love.